Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're heading into winter and luckily we are now self-sufficient with regards to meat and electronics. So meat we are distributing from locally, and electronics we have not yet set it up to distribute. And if I look at this, it may mean that we need a few more trucks. So let's get a few more covered hulls, at least a couple. And then what we need to do is we need to set, well, they are picking up everything they need to pick up, and they are dropping off everything they need to drop off. So I believe they will automatically start to distribute electronics to all the correct places. If I just take that there and have a look. So electronics will go here. Electronics won't go there. It would go there. And it would go over there, and it would go over there. So absolutely, there's room for electronics over here, and we're trying to push it up to about 50%. So that should be working, right? We should see electronics pumping through fairly soon. It is operating without issue, so that should be growing. So potentially what we could do is we could add a little bit more people to the mix there, and just get our electronics up a tad quicker. That's the idea. I'm going to speed it up because we're in winter now. If we have a bit of a look at what's happening over here, so let's drop it there. So for the last month, let's go October. The month of October, we imported. See, our top two imports were electronics and meat. So if we end up, and I'm pretty sure we'll be able to sufficiently deal with this, right? So that we no longer need any imports there. That means, and we really shouldn't be doing any chemical imports either. So really that should give us down to about 50, maybe 60,000 with it. We shouldn't be importing food either. So it should get us down to around 50,000 worth of imports. Coal is being imported. Even that is something that we probably shouldn't be doing. The only imports we should be doing is crops and iron ore. The others we now all have the sufficiency to deal with. So let's have a bit of a look. If we food, we've got a backup food import, right? Here we do. We do have a backup food import, and at the moment it's trying to fill it up to 90. So let's drop that down way to like 10%. So once these things drop below 10%, we will import from the border. That's our backup import. That's basically what it's going to be. So when everything else fails, small food warehouse, yeah, it's picking up over there. Ooh. We may, anyway, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that. Definitely no need to put meat up to 90%. We're really just trying to get everything down to the 10% mark, and then trying to make sure that our backup imports from the border is not actually going to do anything else. Over here, what are we doing? Kioski border imports. So we are using this to export clothing, which is okay. I don't mind that too much. The other stuff, the coal store is doing it when it's 10%. Brick factory, really? Just drop all of these down to 10%, and you should not be importing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you won't be. Just make sure all of these things are at 10%. Road cargo station, when it drops below 10%. When this sewage treatment facility drops below 10%, then we will do that. And if we come over here, we come over here and have a look at this guy, and probably add a few more vehicles to it. Let's grab another covered hull or two. Should help us out a little bit. We've got some electricity problems. We'll have to have a bit of a look at that. I would like these to at least go to 50% in terms of chemical storage. Yeah, that's fine. All good. So that should be working. We'll try and fill them all up. we are having electricity problems. So let's pause it while we quickly have a look what's going on over here. So that means we have very few workers. Workers have just arrived by train and they've just arrived by everything else. So it's just a little glitch at the moment, to be honest. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is have a bit of a look over here. Citizens' health too low. Oh, it's a new one. It's just opened up. That's the issue, really. So it's this one. It's just opened up and it's got one person at a 64% health. So it's not really an issue, to be honest. What I would like to do is provide them with a little bit more entertainment or something. So let's see. Facilities for residents. So let's have a bit of a look. We could do a pub or a cafe or something. Beach cafe bar. Maybe the end of the world to do a little something like this. Actually might be pretty fun. What else can we do over here? Sports and recreation. So let's see. Is there something, a small sports facility, for instance? An indoor pool, a school gym, a bowling alley. I'm going to add a bowling alley right in here. I think that will be pretty cool. Now let's get a few more road connections through here, or at least path connections. So what I'd like to do is do a little something like this. Tie it in through there, do that. That should be all good. And then what we'll do is we'll run it down here. Do that. Do that. Do that. Yeah, that's going to be all good. And at the same time, we'll do a bit of this. All right, that's going to be pretty cool. And we'll run it out there. And we'll do that. Excellent. So a few more paths in this location. Let's get all of that assigned. We'll grab maybe Chaos Key and get as much of this stuff working as we can. Excellent. So make sure we keep working on that. We are plowing most of these. Oh, this one's full. That one is not full yet. This one is full. And luckily, we've just opened this one out. And it should be moving workers over here. So we are slowly starting to get more workers on that side. What we could also do is probably make a start on a few more of these. Maybe these, we can do a kind of almost try and mirror those two. So if we grab this, no, we are interested in this guy. Yeah, absolutely. Move it forward a little bit. We'll see. Oh, it's not that guy. So which one is it? Is it this one? It is. It's in fact that one. So let's oh, we've already got a path up there. So let's bring it in nice and close. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then behind it, we'll do something that's a little larger. There we go. So that should work quite nicely. At the same time, we can go about grabbing a path down here. Actually, do a little something like this. We'll leave it up to about there. Do that, tie it in as best we can. Obviously all the other bits and pieces will still be connected. Let's get that going, and we'll get Kioski to work on this also. And we'll just slowly start populating a few things. We do need a few other spots. We need to keep a few spots open, and we will, of course, do that. But we just want to make sure that we're constantly adding some residential components here. And we do want to, every now and again, have a little bit of a look at some of these facilities. That's still about halfway there. That's about 30%. So lots of extra capability here. Do we have... This guy is... Oh, it doesn't actually show how much connection it's got. This one is full. Hang on. Why is it full? So that's something that's quite interesting. So let's have a quick look at our sewage flow here. That's not working. So why is this not... Oh. Is it because... Oh, this thing's full. It's full. Okay, so I think... and I'm pretty sure this is the big pipes that we're using over here. So what we may need to do is just have a quick look. If I grab another big one here, we can't actually connect anything else on there. But if we were to instead try and do that. And then what I'll do is I'll just tie this one in here. So let's get that whole section built. I'm going to try and make sure we get that built as quickly as we can. Let's get Kioski onto that. So, and that one. So let's just get that section built. And then once that's built, we'll move on and tie that one back in there. So that's basically what we're going to do. Now, in the meantime, we also want to... I want to do a bit of export of this because I believe we kind of stopped doing stuff here. We can at least do a bit of exports here. Now, what we'll do is we'll export via this facility here. So let's just have a look. What are we doing in terms of exports here? So we will be loading up fuel and bicho if it's and the question is, in my mind, can we add it a second time? We cannot. So that doesn't want to work. So if we do this up to 50%, we could then also say, well, let's go ahead and unload fuel there. So let's just move 50% of the fuel. So now it will go and collect 480 tons of fuel for export at the same time, which should be fine. I'll come over here and have a look at what our... so we've got 20,000 tons of grain. We're going to leave it be for the time being. We don't need more than that just yet. We'll go and get some exports beyond that fairly soon, I'm sure. Now, let's work a little bit on this. This is progressing. Oh, hang on. Did we finish off the other facility so we can put some more concrete mixers in place here? Not yet. It's still busy being dropped off, and we are missing concrete, ironically. Kioski should be able to support that. Do we need... let's buy more snow plows over here, please. At least 3 more of them. We'll leave it as that, and then we'll see... Yeah, it should really be able to do all of that. One-way roads should be your biggest priority. Then you'll go down to asphalt roads and mud roads. Gravel roads is like almost nothing. Bridges a little bit Well, actually, bridges should be pretty good too. Make sure that we keep all of those gravel and asphalt roads doing their thing. And one-way roads are important too. This thing should hopefully be working fairly well, but since we are now moving quite a few workers into this area, I do wonder whether we start looking at an extra train set to go that way. Yeah, things here are probably getting a little bit busier than we should. Get it 295, so it will load a hell of a lot of people on there. I don't mind it too much, but how many are you loading there? A lot of people that you're loading to go to the industry, so that's okay. You're probably doing as best you can. This one's loading up most people, and this is heading down to yeah, it's going down to the food facility. Plenty of additional workers available, so we could potentially run an extra train out over this way. A lot of these things don't need any additional workers, and we're probably doing as best we can. Cannot store any concrete. So yes, concrete, don't need much more of it. What are you bringing in here? You're bringing, oh, you're going to collect crops, or you just went to drop off crops. Okay, so all of that's pretty good. And I believe we should be making some good money now on the exports. We're again with the electricity problem, so if anything, we should probably have a look at maybe adding just another bus to the mix here, to be honest, because I think we are dropping workers fairly quickly, and these trains, I think there's only like 2 trains on this line, right? Yeah. And what is that? What does this mean? Oh, crap. That's a bit of an issue. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to grab us 2 more buses. And we'll put 2 more buses on that line that's going up that way, because I think that's going to be quite important for us to do. Can I assign moderate air to this one? Yes, so please make a start on that one. So we'll see about getting that moving. At the same time, I may want to start actually paving this road here. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Let's get it assigned. We'll get Kowski assigned over here, so please come and start working on that. Now, it's pretty good to actually try and do this at the moment. So can I, if I were to add some rail up here, and we're just going for this rail, and at the same time we'll be, okay. So what I'll do is, let's make a start and say what we'll do is we'll level from the center. We'll level from this area. Yes, so let's clear out whatever we got over there. So that's okay. So we're not going too high. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll say we'll provide a little gap there, and then we'll put the rail through there. So can we kind of get the rail to hug this? Seems like we can kind of get that to hug that over there. So if we are going to do it's actually working pretty well. It's looking fairly steep though. Actually, it's even better maybe. And that worked really well to get that to work. We might smooth it out a little bit. So let's just... Yes, that's even better. I want to make it as smooth as possible. Yeah, that's probably about right. And then we go this one again. Okay, that should really comfortably do that. What I only need to do, that was so easy compared to the other things. So let's just make sure we try our best to smooth this out. Just want to make sure we're... Oh, no, maybe that's getting a little too tedious there. Just want to try and make it look as natural as possible to get up here. Yeah, that's starting to look a little bit better there. Okay, yeah, that's looking much nicer. Okay, cool. Now let's try that one more time. We'll run it from down there. There we go. That should be pretty successful. Okay, now the idea is that we would run it down here. So something like that looks super cool and awesome. Now the idea is here. As far forward as we can. There we go. So something like that. And at the same time, we would be really? It's going to give me grief. That's an interesting one. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll try and assign that there, and what I would like to do is get this to work in here, but for some reason it doesn't actually want to do that. Crossing not allowed. That's a little awkward, isn't it? What I'll do is this and that, and then from here we'll see about tying it in like so. There we go. Seems to be fairly natural there. Let's have a look at that. It's pretty comfortable actually, pretty comfortable, and there should be room for a train in there, and there should probably be room for a train in there, and that's going to be all that I care about. So let's get rid of some of these sections here, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. So that I think is gonna be our rail section onto there. And what I might also do is I might just try and smooth this out a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll trim this back a little bit more. And what we'll try and do is we'll try and just make it a little bit naturally smoother here. That is beautiful. That's fine. Let's get rid of these things. And Why does it insist on that? Okay, well, that's the case. Let's just redo that little section all the way up to there, and I'm hoping that we'll get rid of that. Excellent, there we go. So I will go ahead and commission that, and I will get the rail guys to start work on it straight away. Rail team. Yep, let's get that assigned. Head on over that way. Ooh, actually, probably want. Well, anyway, it's going to be okay here for now because we're not going to make it work. We're not going to make them work it. What we can do is we could actually at the same time try and work this side as long as we put some chain stuff in there and try and put some chain stuff in here ultimately. So that should be pretty reasonable. So they'll hopefully, let's just do a bit of that and see how that goes. But yeah, that's going to be a little bit challenging. Now, rail bridge across here. Let's start it where it is at the moment. So how 38 is that? Ooh, there we go. 58. Jeez. Is that's the mass, the best we can do. Unfortunately, that only 38, which is not great. So if we were to run it across here, and just hang on. Before I do that, what I would like to do is on this side. Oh, we don't have a road section here. Let's just get our road piece going. Okay, hang on. Give me a section of road there. Okay, we'll do that. And then over here, we'll do a section of road. And then we'll also do a little bit of rail. Get our best little bit there. So there we go. That section there. And let's get some rail bridge work going. Wow, the snow is killing me. Come on. You can't build bridge pillars due to infrastructure. Oh, it's the little section of road there. Okay, that's okay. Doesn't matter too much. We'll just do it like that, and if we have to trim it back, we'll trim it back. So now I think that is pretty good. It means we've got those two channels over there. It's not perfect, but we can't probably be more specific than that. That's okay. I'm not going to be bothered by that. That seems to be pretty damn reasonable in terms of our infrastructure across this river chasm here. And we can still do some stuff over here. That's good. Let's do that. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go ahead and trim back. Well, I'm going to say assign that for construction. I'm going to go ahead and trim back this rail a little bit. Probably a fair bit, up to about there. We're going to get rid of this little road section here. And now we're going to go ahead and just make sure that we tie in no, that's not quite what I had in mind. So let's drop that and we'll try it again. Actually, let's do this side first this time. No, don't start it there. Start it there. Do that, and do that. Is that a... No, it's not a kink. It is actually pretty damn good. Crossing that over on that side, and then on this side, unfortunately, we will... Well, what I can do is we can get rid of this little section of road here. Okay, because now it doesn't matter too much. We can then get rid of these little slithers of rail. Okay. And we can try our very best to, yes, get this way. There we go. Look, it is a little challenging, but I think it should be fine. It's right next to the road here. Should be okay. Should be okay. Let's go ahead and assign that. They can quite comfortably go and get working on the bridges. I don't mind that too much. So do we have anybody working this section? I haven't seen anybody in action here just yet. Did we? Well, we may have paused it, to be honest. So am I seeing... Let's get rid of that. Oh, this guy's ready to go. Okay. Now, I only want you to be collecting concrete, and you're going to be concrete only. So give me concrete mixers that can travel at good speed and good volume. I might go with these guys. They're slightly cheaper. 5 kilometers. That's probably going to be just fine. We can't actually change it, so it will just be this. So let's just do like 10, or actually 20 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We'll start off with 20 of them. This one will be called Kioski Concrete. Okay, so Kioski Concrete. And what we can do is, if we go here to the construction offices, we'll go to order 2. Yes, let's assign construction office here. Do that one. We'll get rid of that one. And now we'll assign constructions. Now Kioski Concrete can quite comfortably come and support some bridge construction here. There and there. Still super amounts of concrete that needs to be delivered over here. And we do have a crane there. And now the one thing we haven't yet figured out is how to actually get our crane moving a little bit better. This is still... Oh, it's paused again. Stop pausing it, guys. Stop pausing it. We still don't have a... So can I go ahead and say tower crane? No, I cannot. Cannot get a tower crane to get to come here. We could maybe get one or two of these. Yeah, let's grab one of these guys, and then I need 2 tower cranes. Come on, tower cranes. So I've got the tower cranes at the border over here, and I just have no idea how we end up dealing with that. So this vehicle should be able to carry the tower crane. I'm gonna buy one there. Oh, we can't. Well, let's try. If I say, I'm gonna try. Open hull. Capacity, buy one. There we go. So now I'll go here and I'll say you. Yeah, that's not going to work because we need to come and collect it. So it doesn't want to work that way. Did it do it? Load onto flatbed or another vehicle. Target vehicle must be located in the same building. Seems to want to do it, but then it would remove it, right? So let's check it. So if I now say you are moving... Oh. Come over here. Nope. Did not want to do it. So I'm gonna sell these two. So let's just sell it. Oof. It's at a massive loss, to be honest. I've no idea what I've done wrong here, unless I needed... Oh, I could have targeted the rail to come and do it, to be honest. No, it wouldn't be able to unload it where I wanted it. Now, let's just buy something a little smaller. So tower cranes, these guys are 95. Would love to make that one work, but for some reason it doesn't want to. So let's just grab one of these and see if that now actually does do the trick. Stopped some production over there. I think we're not going to have any issues. I see our happiness is dropping off a little bit. And I think it might be due to government loyalty. I don't know. Anyway, there's some vehicles doing the runs here. This guy's just getting filled up quickly. Honestly, there's a vehicle. This is the one. Yeah, so this is the one. So let's see if it's gonna load up the tower. Oh, there it does. It loaded up the A2 crane. So let's go ahead and buy another A2 crane. So for some reason the B2 crane just doesn't want to buy. It doesn't actually seem to fit on these vehicles, and so we'll buy an extra one there, and we'll get those two tower cranes, and they're at least a fair bit better. But yeah, I would love to see, and presumably the helicopters would struggle moving them. If the trucks can't move them, I'd struggle to think that the helicopters can. Why are these constructions not actually working? I thought I did assign it. Anyway, let's go back and try it again. Maybe I messed up. Let's just try that again. Get it going. Get it going. Start moving. This is moving really quickly. Getting tons of concrete being delivered here, and tons of concrete being delivered on this side too. And we've got workers out on site. On that one at least. Look at all of these concrete vehicles. I'm loving it. Loving it. Look at that. Look at that. Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, this is underway as well. Well, let's get cosy concrete onto this as well. And probably also we'll get moderate construction onto that. Yeah, we're actually doing a pretty reasonable job with some of these constructions. So our roads are moving. What we don't have is technical services. So what I might add is technical services over here. For the time being, I'll just go with the free technical services. So if we go technical services, we'll go free. We'll flip it around and we'll kind of get it assigned like that. And what I'll do is I'll just grab snow plows, and we'll grab 3 of these. And if I go and say, yep, that's the plan, really. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. We'll get that assigned. That should be fine. So hopefully that'll help things move a little quicker. Excellent. These sections are done. So let's make sure we can make a start on the next piece. So one there and probably one over here. And we'll try and assign a few more like that. We'll do that, and we'll get moderate air to come and work on all of that. We'll get Kioski to come and work on all of those, and we'll try and get them moving a little bit quicker. Oh, I bought the extra, hang on. I bought the extra buses, and I never assigned them. They are They should be parked over here, right? So let's assign that to cosy coal workers. Is it? Oh, ExactChaos coal workers. Assign that there, and we'll make a start. And oops, this one. Train is waiting too long. We'll have a look at that in a minute. And ExactChaos coal workers. And we'll make a start there. Get more coal workers out over there, and that should be fine. Where are you stuck? Yeah, that makes sense. I'm fairly comfortable with that. I don't mind you struggling a little bit. Presumably, we can do that and lose you, and do that and lose you at the same time. That's kind of what I thought would happen. This bridge is done. No, it's not. Needs a little bit more concrete, but it's pretty good actually. Pretty good. 3.5 million. That's good. Our money is looking awesome. Our concrete is moving. Just have a look. Now, something that I wonder is, can we do something here? This is where it's going, right? So where we should be able to make this work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly trim this back to see if I can't get the helicopter to come in here. So let's pause it for a second while we have a look at it. Can I get the... Oh? How come? That's interesting. That one allows. This one does not. This one does not allow. Let's try that again. This one will allow me to park a helicopter there if we can find a spot for it by potentially moving that, right? Which is quite tempting, I must say. How come? Is it? It's not the right one, is it? Aha, for cargo. Here we go. See, this isn't. Honestly, I don't think this is going to work though, because it's for cement. It's not for. The export has to go directly out there. Can we? Give this as much space as possible over here. Let's get that going. And at the same time, I might keep that moving there just in case. We don't want to run out of stuff. So let's just get that assigned and even get modded air assigned over here to come and finish that section off. And then we might try that again, but it seems like it's a bit of a challenge for us there. We can't actually get that to go in. We may be able to get something moving and working over here. Now, let's quickly go up and see, did we manage to sell a lot of our fuel? We are selling a lot of our fuel. This is starting to drop a little bit, so I'm tempted to make a little bit of a play for the rest of these construction pieces over here. So let's get moderate air to start working on all of these. Not sure I've connected their pipes, and we still need to do a little bit of power connections here. So that should all assign. End of winter, thank goodness. Train is waiting too long. That's not a big deal for me at the moment. You haven't assigned anything else over here. So that's all of the unconstructed sections. So we'll get Moderate to start working on that. We can also get Kioski to start working on them. We'll try and avoid getting Moderate itself involved. And if we go underground, oh yeah, all of that is in fact ready to go. The only thing we don't have is power connections to all of these things. So how do we... I'm super tempted to split off because I don't think this is actually even... So how much is on this? What are we running? We're running these guys, 1.2. So we're really not even doing... We're doing a quarter of 2.5. So that must be about 6. Yeah. So we can quite comfortably split it off, I think, and try and run a little something over this way. So let's find ourselves a bit of a facility here. I think that will tie in all of them. So we'll get started on that piece of construction there. And then at the same time, I'm trying to get something that'll work for... Interestingly, if I have a look at that, where are you? Yeah, so we can't actually see it. You're probably touching on those, but probably missing out on that one. Doesn't matter. We will still go about providing an extra kind of power connection over here, and then we'll need another one maybe somewhere over there. So we'll get those built. Very tempted to do a bit of a splitter in there. So a medium voltage splitter. It's just so large. If we do that one, it's still so large. Anything that's a little bit more realistic as a medium voltage splitter. That's a high voltage. This seems a little bit more appropriate in this area. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to trim it back over there. Grab that guy. Tie that in there, and then get this back, get that back, and run that one over there. Get that assigned, get Moderate onto this, and Kioski onto... And I find the... Hang on. That one doesn't want to work because we don't have it connected to anything. So let's tie that in. Now we should be able to get Kioski onto it. Let's get moving. Okay, so we've dropped power on some of this. That's not going to be the end of the world. Presumably we could do a very similar thing on that side. Actually, I think I'm just going to do it, get it done with. Let's get that moving. Get Kioski onto that, get Moderate Air onto that, and then we're going to try and just get these sections onto high priority. How on earth am I going to get that selected? There we go. High priority and high priority right over there. So hopefully we'll get that moving again. That should be absolutely fine. Should see our firefighters moving in. Good. That's full. That is full. And you are struggling with food? Should not be struggling with food. Do you have... Yeah, you really shouldn't be struggling with food. Moderate air. Can Kioski start helping out over here, please? How many workers? There are some workers over there. Let's have a quick look at our numbers here. We've got chemicals, very limited chemicals available, electronic components, and even some plastics available. I may have to up our plastic numbers a little bit, so let's just go up to 5. It's going to be fine. And everything else, I'm hoping, is kind of coping. What's going on over here? Oh, we're seeing electronics. So for some reason, it waits till it's got a fair bit there, and then it starts pushing electronics out. We are missing plastics at the moment, so we do need to make do with a little bit more plastics. Let's pop up this number a little bit more. Up to about 210. So I want to make sure we do a fair bit more of that. Where are you heading? Coal workers. And you are... Woodstock. Okay, you're going to be the oil platform workers. Yeah, so this section is struggling. I mean, there's a lot of people here, but it is still struggling to cope. Everything else is looking pretty good here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Why would you not have this under construction? It frustrates the hell out of me. Keep going. Okay, now you're out of the woods here, so I should be able to do that. So if you keep going, oh, you won't be able to. You'll have to come back all the way. But presumably you've got another train coming in. Are we out of stuff here? We're not. Why are we working on one thing and one thing alone? Come on, guys. It is hell of a frustrating. Why are you not doing that? And why the hell are you not doing this? Come on. And why aren't you doing that? Come on. Get it together, guys. Get it together. This is moving along nicely. Our first bridge is almost across the River Zacht over here. These guys are coming along. Helicopters flying around. Fuel should be readily available. Why? Yeah, I need to fix this. Okay, that's the kind of last thing we're going to do here. We're going to have a bit of a look at what we can do. You know what? We've got access over there, so we don't need this access right in this location. So what I'm going to do is I am actually going to... This is way too busy. I'm going to get rid of that, and you guys can make a way somewhere else. And at the same time, I'm going to trim that out, and I'm going to trim this out. And then what I'll do, I'll probably trim it out a little further so that we can get our height sorted out. I'm going to... What? What is this? Why is that rail? The first time I've spotted that, actually. Okay, let's trim that out, maybe up to about there. Now, what we may do in the meantime is I will trim that back, and we'll go and enter it all the way over here. And yeah, we won't, it'll have to come in from the other side. So we'll allow for a little bit of that going on there. Now that should do the trick. At the same time, I want to try and remove these things. No, they don't want to be removed. But what we'll do is let's quickly increase our ground level here. What is our level? 8 meters, 8.5 meters. We need to go to about 18 meters here. So let's raise our ground level. We'll try and keep it pretty narrow. Can I... Okay, so that should be about the right level. Similarly, we'll try and get this thing up to about 18 meters. Okay, so that should be pretty good. Now I'm looking for a smallish building that we can use to... Aha, beautiful. That's the smallish building I was after. There we go. It should push it forward a little bit. There we go. So that should work. I don't mind about that for the time being. Now let's get our road section out there. And we'll try and get it as straight as possible. About there. And then what I'll do is we'll what is it? Oh, we've got a traffic jam. Yeah, it's a little bit of an issue there. Let's pause it for a second while we quickly have a look at where this traffic jam is at. Okay. That is pretty. Really pretty. How are we gonna sort that out? Okay, we've got access through there. We don't have access through here. So let's add a little bit of access through there, and what we'll quickly do for the time being, we'll just do a little bit of this, and hopefully that means everybody can move. How on earth am I going to do this? The signal is blocking us. Go. Okay, get rid of the signal. Get rid of the signal. And go. And we'll get rid of the signal over there as well, just to make sure everybody's kind of doing their thing. Just keep moving. I just need to sort that out. It's because we all of a sudden don't have any access here. What we'll need to do is clear out this just a tad. Didn't want to do that. Did not want to do that. Just try and get... that level assigned again, and what I would like to do, still have some problems. Let me push it back a little. Yeah, that should be a little bit more comfortable. I'm hoping that can work. If we do that and we, what we'll do is we'll trim it back and try it again. There we go. That's looking pretty good. What we'll need to do is get this one to move on the same side. So what I'd like to do is let's level this thing, smooth this thing up a lot more. That should be fine. And then the idea is that we'll just naturally get that to work, and we'll put a bit of a bridge in there. And again, with the concrete, I think is going to be just fine. We're going to try and get that connected. There we go. That's a beautiful grade separation. And it might just be that we don't actually do any other connections, but we could potentially keep that one. That's fine. Get that assigned, and then we'll get Kowski to start working on this, and moderate air and start bringing in some stuff over here as well. So there we go. That's that grade separation making a start. What I would like to do is just make sure we've got access over there for fire protection. Now, this is an interesting one. Can we connect rail here? So what on earth is that? What on earth is that? I'm a little perplexed by it. So anyway, that should work. Hopefully this has solved itself. And what we'll do is we'll put our one-ways back into place here. So this is one way, that is one way, that is one way, this is one way. And hopefully that will all work out. That's our grade separation on this side. It should be all good. Let's just have a look here. It's going to be a little bumpy down there, but I think I'm liking it. It's not the end of the world. But everybody else to move. I think we are struggling with power, guys. We are really struggling with power. So I'll need to start having a bit of a look at that. But I think, where are our workers? We are completely out of power. And these guys are doing what exactly? No workers. No workers. Where on earth are my workers? This is so critical. I really can't be not having workers here, right? They are coming in. So luckily these are providing us with backup power. It's our power resilience at the moment. And hopefully that'll sort itself out now. But that was obviously a bit of a nightmare there. And we do need to just sort ourselves out on that side. That is in fact working. But presumably these guys can quite comfortably make an... okay, you know what? We can just do that, right? That should... that'll be fine. That'll be fine. So we'll have to have a look. Potentially we'll have to create something else over here. But I think once we've got this connection through, I don't think we need the connection onto the motorway here. What we may want to do though is see about building a connection on this side, just to make sure that we've got this extra bit going through here. Plane is waiting too long. I'll have a bit of a look at that in just a minute. What I would like to do is trim that out a little bit, and what we'll do is we'll try and work our way in there. So let me start building that, and in the meantime I may want to just do a little bit of a backup plan. Oh, this actually won't work. A little bit of a backup plan over here to make sure that all of these are in fact still connected. Get me Kowski onto that so that we get that built. So that's kind of going to be our plan B into this area here, so that they can run straight from that side into here. Could have, you know what? You know what we should probably do instead is run it over there. Okay, I'm going to redo that. Sorry about that. we'll end this episode fairly soon. I'm sorry, I'm going to trim that back. We'll put something back in there. Now, the idea is let's run a road up there. And then I would like to, that's probably okay. It's probably okay to do it that way. That's okay. Let's do that. Let's get Kowski to start working onto that, please. That's going to be fine. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put this back so we have our fire protection. I need to replant some stuff here, it seems. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Let's do that. I'm going to tie that one in there too. Not that I think that's necessary anymore, but that's going to be fine. Let's quickly replant some trees here, and that's going to be the end. Okay, good stuff. So that gets this area working again. So hopefully we'll see that move pretty quickly. And let's quickly have one more check up here. These sections are under construction quite nicely. Production has stopped for power. Again, a bit of a challenge for us. And our bridges are coming along. They're not done yet, but they are coming along. So we are actually getting across to the other side. We are struggling with power. This is still under construction. Yeah, I'm hoping our resilience will be a little bit better in the not too distant future. We are still struggling with power. None of these have workers. Where are my workers, guys? There we go. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. Get there. Let's just get it done quickly. Didn't imagine this would be such a massive issue. But anyway, we're getting there. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been another longish episode. Look at all of these concrete trucks making their way over. I'm loving it. Things are doing okay. We do have electronics doing their thing. Everything else seems to be holding. What's going on over here? Chemicals. Out of chemicals. No workers. Where are my workers? Yeah, this is not working. We need to channel more of our trains to this side. There's way more people ready to go there. So that's something that we'll do in the next episode, is try and move some of our trains from here to there. Or at least get some of these motor wagons out of the way, because they're really taking up space and not collecting enough workers to be actually moving people through. Everything else is kind of underway. That should be powered. Nicely powered there. The rest is being built. So we'll get the rest of this stuff moving, and we should hopefully have a pretty reasonable oil supply. And I'm hoping we can get this road connection moving, so that and then that one, and then this shouldn't need a massive access point. The access point here should be able to actually facilitate that, and then it'll just be a straight connection straight through onto there. I think that's going to be just fine. We just needed to potentially build this one first, to be honest, before we went about doing that, because it's a little bit of a nightmare situation right over here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Traffic congestion. I like it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Leave your comments down below. Tell me where I've gone wrong. You do love doing that. One more thing. I just want to check before we leave. How much do we have here? That's going to be more than fine. Actually, we've got plenty. Let's make a start on the crop ship again. You just start working with that a little bit more. What's going on with this? Have we finished that off? We may have. Not under construction. Chaoski. Come on, guys. Come and do this. But that's pretty good. That is pretty good. We're slowly getting a bit of a road along the border here going. And I do like that. So things are moving, but slowly. And I kind of like taking it slow. Let's have a quick look. Sorry, just before we go. Let's have a quick look. Last month, the month of March. Look at that. Look at that. We did import a tiny bit of meat and chemicals and coal. That's okay, but it's still, I mean, no electronics imported. Meat was still a little bit imported, but I think I'm comfortable with that. It's kind of a low amount. And coal was probably a matter of our train didn't get there in time and we probably ran out of power or something like that. And so the train was a little bit delayed. Oh, actually, no. The train is running diesel. So the train is probably just not sufficient to keep the steel production up and running. And if that's the case, then 5,000 rubles of imports of coal is not a big deal. These numbers are so low. And then if we go back and have a look at our exports at 600,000, lots of fuel, lots of mechanical components, lots of coal, lots of alcohol, and even food is being exported quite significantly. Though I don't think we're exporting food from this area. Sorry, I'm just going to have a look at that. Clothing. So this is all high value exports. And I just want to have a quick look here. Is this thing full? So when this thing, let's just have a look here. So when the train cargo station, we can't do food exports from there, but we can do food exports from this one. So if I'm going to say this guy, I don't believe this station is in here. So if we say at that station, just pausing it while we have a look, it's like 70% full. No, not crops, but with food. No. You should be. Where are you picking up? Oh, that guy's doing the exports. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So when this one is like 70% full of food, you can load it and let's make it 80% full of food, and you can go ahead and unload it at the border. Thank you. Just make sure at this train station, what are you actually loading at this train station? You're loading bricks and prefabs and steel and mechanicals and electronics, and you're exporting those items. So you won't be I think that's a double up of stuff that we need to do. Why would you? We're not actually loading, so you're gonna pick them up at somewhere else. Forget about that then. We may have to double check that, but I think that's going to be fine because we're not going to say. I just don't want to make sure you shouldn't be picking up. Oh, okay, hang on. You can't be picking up food here, so don't pick up food. You will be picking up anything but food, to be honest. So let's just put in all the other items that you're actually unloading here. That's fine. Yeah, don't worry about that. And then mechanicals. And I think that's it, right? Oh, you can actually do that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't need to do that. Perfect. There we go. I think that's going to be fine. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I think now we will see the export of food pick up a little bit more. But we do need to sort out our worker movements, and hopefully once we finish off this little bit of improvement to the road network here, we will stop running into power problems. But yeah, we do need to work on our resilience for the power network. It's not great at the moment. These are filling up, and so I do need to even start building some more housing there. And actually, I need to investigate our happiness because it is dropping quicker than I would like. So I'll need to have a look at what the issue is with that. See you in the next episode. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.